this is Dave with NTI Online, and today I'm going to walk you through an often overlooked but very important service procedure, and that is to service the low water cutoff on your boiler. The one we're looking at today is a TFTN 399. Now, all of the TFTN or the older TFT series boilers are going to have one of these. What will happen over time is as these get dirty, like this is an older one, you'll get a buildup of debris that's going to collect around the probe here. If that debris gets so thick that it actually can cause this to short out to the piping on the boiler, what that's going to do is fool the low water cutoff into thinking there's water present when none actually is. So the reason we clean this is to make sure that it operates safely for the foreseeable future. Typically, we recommend this once every 5 years. However, if you've ever drained water out of your system and not seen the error light come on or don't get the error code, this is a time when you would need to clean the low water cutoff to see if there's something wrong with it. The first thing to do is to drain down your system. A good way to do this is to shut off the gas so your boiler's not running. Start draining the water. Wait until you see the yellow low water cutoff light turn on, which indicates you've drained enough water to unsubmerge the probe. Drain just a little more just to make sure we're not going to get water leaking out when we take this apart. At this point, we've drained the water out already. We're going to turn the boiler off, disconnect the wires. These will be usually hand tight from the factory. I'll get a little paper towel just in case some water is going to leak out here. Pull this one out. Now this is one of our training room boilers, so it's actually in immaculate condition. But what you want to clean is you're going to completely clean off and wipe the probe down. Clean any debris off of this black plastic surface. Also, reach into the place where the probe goes, and you want to clean and wipe out any debris that may be laying inside there. Once all that's clean, set that to one side. Take an appropriate thread tape or thread sealant of your choice. Give it a couple of wraps. And you don't need to crank on these when you reinstall them. It is just a plastic thread. It's basically hand tight plus a quarter turn with a wrench, or usually what I'll do is just use 2 hands and give it a good tighten, and that's plenty. So be careful when you start them. It is a plastic thread. If you get it crossed up, you will damage the thread, so make sure that engages. Once you get a good engagement, again, you want to turn it firmly. And I'll turn it all the way around so that the text can be read, just because that makes me feel better. Plug it back in, and at this point we need to refill our boiler with water. So I'm going to do that next, and we'll come back, turn the boiler on, bleed the air, and show you the new working low water cutoff. So now that I've added water back to the system, I would recommend leaving the gas off until we're confident we've got water in circulation. So you're going to let it circulate, bleed any air. Once you're confident all of the air is out, turn the gas back on. You may operate the boiler as normal. This is a great time to do another service, which is we're going to use a Fernox test strip here. We're going to check the pH of the water that came out of the system. So you simply take your test strip, dip it into your water, give it about 20-25 seconds while that's testing. This is a turbidity tester. So basically what happens with this is you fill it up. If you can't see the little target at the bottom, which looks like this, it indicates your water is too dirty and you need to do some water treatment. This is a great time to inspect the water since you had to drain some anyways. So we've given that a few seconds. We're going to look at the test bottle here from Fernox, and it looks like we've got a slightly acidic pH. In this case, this water's been sitting out for a little while. So this makes sense. At this point, we would consider treating the water in the system with a little bit of Fernox F1 in order to bring that pH back into the normal range. 5 is a little on the acidic side, and it will start to cause excess corrosion in your system. So great time to do this check at the same time. Fernox sells a whole line of wonderful products to help you with that. So another test you want to do is to get something like this 80 magnetic tester. What you're going to do is swish that into the water. Give it a look around. If this turns black, it means you've got a lot of magnetite in the water, and you should consider adding some magnetic separation at this time. If it comes out nice and clean, then you're not going to need to treat the water for magnetite. Just add some inhibitor and you're good to go. When you're bleeding air from the system, I recommend you use the air vent and your system bleeders. Once you're happy all the air is gone, leave the air vent above the boiler closed. We don't want debris to get in there and make it start dribbling. And I would recommend not using the relief valve to bleed air. There's a good chance that as these things age, you're going to get some dirt in there. It's going to start to leak and you're going to create a problem. Other than that, our boiler is now good to put back in service. We've got our water treated, and we're going to keep our customer happy for hopefully another 5 years until this service is required again. Thanks for watching NTI Online. If you have any questions, call us at tech support 800-688-2575. Thanks for watching the video today. If you'd like to check out more videos, see the link below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for all the future updates. And also check us out on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram.